Good evening, everyone. My name is Finbar, and tonight we're going to be doing uh, hmm? our next writing stream. Uh, I don't. Okay, so I had some technical difficulties. My webcam wasn't working. So, hello, Striped. How are you doing today? Um, yeah. So as I was saying, I like my webcam wasn't working. So I remembered I had VTube Studio on my Android phone, so I'm using that, and I feel stiff. I don't know. It might also just be the workday. But yes, I hope you were doing well. I hope you had a good work week. I hope you're ready for the weekend. I know I am. So let's. Can I? How do I reset this? Refresh. Okay. No, that's okay. But yeah. So like I said, I'm not using my webcam. I'm using my phone this time, and it feels kind of weird moving like this, but we'll see how it goes. But tonight we're gonna do a short-ish. Uh, we're gonna try to write another little short story. So I actually could use mine for my model, but it's not supported. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, like I said, it's only because I remembered I had VTube Studio that I'm able to do this, or else I would be like a PNG of some kind. Let me move myself over just a tad bit. I think that'll work. Then what do I set the zoom to? Where's the page width? There we go. Okay, you should be able to see that better. Yeah, so tonight we're gonna do another writing stream. And I found another prompt I can use. So our prompt for tonight is going to be make your protagonist go through a rite of passage. So it's a very broad topic in my opinion, or very like broad like prompt. So it might be a little too open-ended, but I think we can manage something here. So the only question is, what is the rite of passage we should make them go through? I haven't really thought of like what I would want them to be the rite of passage, and I think what we should do is first establish the setting. Is this going to be like a fantasy? Is it going to be like urban? I don't know yet. I was thinking something like urban, like a modern day setting. But then, like, what would make a good like modern day like rite of passage? Also, is the BGM too loud? I don't know if it's actually too loud or not. And like, in all honesty, the BGM is more for me than anything else, because I cannot work without like any kind of music whatsoever, or any kind of like, background noise. So like, if it's too loud, let me know, and then I can try to fix that. But what get rid of these for a second. We don't need those. Let's get rid of all this too. We don't need that. That's our prompt. Make your protagonist go through a rite of passage. Now, how long have you been in it? I just need that. More than anything, I just need that. I can have that up there. Let me collect my thoughts down here. So the setting is gonna be like urban / modern kind of deal, right? So what is the rite of passage then? Something that everyone goes through. Something that a rite of passage is like something that everyone goes through to be considered like well, in this case, it would be like an adult, or you would be it's to be considered something. But like, what are you trying to become is the question. Like, what do you want to be considered? What would I want to be considered if in this kind of scenario? What's something I wanted to be in the past? That's a good question. What's something I wanted to be in the past? And it should be something that's like a horse rider. Yeah, okay. I think we can work with that. Horse riding. Become like a horse. So I don't know a lot about horse riding though, but we can make that work. We can make that work. So right, so want to become a horse rider. Okay. And because we're like in like an urban or modern setting, you know, this could be something that like not many people do, but it's still something you want to go through to become some kind of like horse rider, like a rancher maybe even. So then what would be the rite of what would be the rite of passage to become like a horse rider? Like riding. Let's think for a second. What is the right, what would be like a time honored like tradition of becoming a horse rider? A big landmark. Oh, like winning a race? Oh. Okay. So that could be the rite of passage, like a race to like a race across something, right? Like to get to somewhere. Like, okay, so the rite of passage is a race. Winning like winning the regional horse race. Okay. All right. So our protagonist wants to be known like as a famous horse rider. So to be considered that they have to win like the regional horse race, right? Am I spelling horse right? Okay, I think I am spelling horse. Why does this not look like? Why does that not look like the correct spelling of horse? Where's my horse? Nope, that's the correct way of spelling horse. Okay. So, what else do we know about our protagonist? What else do we know about our protagonist? Young-ish? Young-ish, right? Maybe like 16, 17 maybe? Let me put some bullet points up here. Age. Yeah, I like that idea. 16, 17. So, but now the question is, why do they want to be a horse rider? In like a modern day setting, why would you want to be a horse rider? Why would you want to be known as like a famous horse rider? I mean, aside from like, you know, just being famous for it in general, like what would inspire someone to want to be a horse rider? Horse obsession? Hello, Finbar. How's it going? Hi, Royal. How are you doing? We're writing a short story. We're writing a little short story tonight, and we're just putting together the little, like, I guess what's the outline for our little story. So the prompt I found was make your protagonist go through a rite of passage. So we're in a modern and urban setting. The protagonist wants to become like a horse rider, and the rite of passage is winning like a regional horse race. So now we're just getting some little like info to go with our protagonist. So right now I'm just trying to think what's the reason for wanting to become a horse rider. Mana Song suggested horse obsession, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know if that's what we want. But I do like the idea of him being obsessed with something. Well, it could be horse obsession. It could be. It could be he saw like a horse rider and became obsessed with like the way he rode the horse. Something like that. Tradition, abandoning old job for a new passion. Oh, that could work too. Then we can bump the age up a little to like maybe 20. Well, it'd be like early 20s probably. So yeah, he could be. Yeah, like I like that idea. It's like I like that, abandoning old job for a new passion. So wanting to escape parents. No, but I like that idea. Abandoning their old job for a new passion. So abandoning old job for. What about renewed passion? Renewed passion. And then we can make it like, you know, they're like past the age where it would be normal for someone to do this. You know, for the few that want to do this, it could be like they're like not the right age group for it, but they're still doing it because they want to recapture that kind of thing. So then what? Now it's just what renews this passion? What renews this passion? Because they saw it once, they wanted to do it. They didn't have like the opportunity to do it as like when it would be like that you would normally do this, right? But now they're in a position to do it. Yeah, something like that. So never had the opportunity to do so early in life. Now has the chance to do so after remembering childhood session. Yeah, okay. I'm liking this. So he needs to be like late 20s, early 30s. Like, I mean, we can just make it a nice clean 30, something like that. Actually, we can make that a little younger. Well, actually, no. 30 is fine. 30 is fine. Or is that? It's not like they can. We could say 30 is when they changed, and then 30 had changed, and then 30x at attempt at rite of passage. Okay, so we're in a modern setting, modern/urban setting. Our protagonist wants to become a horse rider, and the rite of passage is to win the regional horse race. They're 30 at the time they changed. We don't have a definitive age for when they're attempting the rite of passage. They abandoned their old job for renewed passion, and they never had the opportunity to do so early in life, but now they have the chance to do it after remembering a childhood passion. So now the only two questions I have left is, what triggered the initial obsession, and then what renewed it? So the initial trigger was maybe like a show or a movie about it, or maybe no. I think it would be stronger if they saw it in real life. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They saw a horse race in their childhood. Gramps. Oh, that's a good one too. Grandparents had a ranch, and like his grandpa was like a horse rider, or was a famous horse rider at one point. Something like, yeah, I like that. Grandpa was a famous horse rider in his youth. Now, what triggered remembrance? What triggered the remembrance? What triggered the remembrance? It could be. I mean, in today's day and age, people upload like lots of old footage online to get like a lot. So you could probably find like old racing videos from like the early like 60s, 70s on YouTube somewhere. So probably a combination of something like that, and then someone doing it. Okay, yeah. So old videos. Restored old footage. Yeah, restored old footage of Oh yeah, that would be cool. Of grandpa. Oh, I can't type. Grandpa racing. Surfaces. I can't type. Resurfaces on the internet. Yeah, okay. I think I think, is this everything we need? Is this everything we need for this little short story? Okay. It needs a twist. It needs a twist. Or the most striking moment. Oh yeah, you're right. We need to know, because emotional moment. Twist or most striking moments. So now, okay. Twist, difficulties in opposition. Okay. Oop. Yeah, so let's start with difficulties in, well, let's start with the end. Let's start with the end. So the end is he's gonna win. The ending is he's gonna win, right? He wins. He wins. And then he wins. I don't know why, but I like the idea that at some point, like, he realizes that the horse he's currently riding is like a descendant of like the horse his grandpa used to ride. Something like that. Something like that. But I don't know if that's a good spot to put if that's a good spot to put that somewhere there. Yeah, so he wins. We'll go back to the ending in a second. So difficulties / opposition. In the emotional moment. Okay. So the difficulties and opposition would be, okay. So, okay. He realizes, yeah, okay, that's a good spot to put that then. So we'll make that our emotional moment. So, but I think the easiest thing for the difficulty would be just his age, you know? His age or whatever. So like most people are telling him he's too old to do this, or right? So his age. I can't type. Many people tell him he's too old. Too old to accomplish this. He's too old, that doesn't have the correct mindset, doesn't have the correct mindset to accomplish this. Yeah, something, I think I like that. And then emotional moment. Let's see here. As he's celebrating, he realizes that the horse he's riding is a descendant of the horse is, oh, let me, descendant of the horse his grandpa used to ride in his racing days. As he's celebrating his win. or maybe it's like someone tells him, or no, I think just the slow realization that it's the same, or it's the same horse lineage, I think is good. Okay. Or the realization is when he's about to win. Oh, that's better. I like that better. As he's about to win the race. Like they synergize too well or something. He realizes that they synergize too well. The horse and a protag synergize too well. Yeah, something like that. So they synergize too well. And we'll leave that alone for now. Okay. Let's go back over our little. Has it really been 30 minutes already just on this? Wow. Okay. So our prompt is make your protagonist go through a rite of passage. Setting. It's an urban modern setting, and the protagonist wants to become a horse rider. The rite of passage is winning a regional horse race. Protagonist is a little older in life than most would attempt to do this. He abandoned his old job for a renewed passion. Never had the opportunity to do so early in life, now has a chance to do so after remembering childhood obsession. The initial trigger was grandparents had a ranch and the grandpa was a famous horse rider in his youth. The remembrance trigger is restored old footage of grandpa racing resurfaces on the internet. He does win the race in the end, but prior to him, like as he's learning how to do this and trying to get to like it's at a point where he can do this, people tell him he can't do it because he's too old and doesn't understand how to do this, right? And then as he's about to win the race, he realizes that the horse he's riding is a descendant of the horse his grandpa used to ride in his racing days, because the horse and the protagonist synergize way too well for just being a random rider and a random horse. I like it. I like it. I'm probably forgetting something. I'm probably forgetting that we're missing something else. Other characters? Oh, that's true. We can go other characters. Let me think. Obviously we have to talk about the grandpa. Let me think. Because like the grandpa is like the key to this whole thing. He's the inspiration for it all. So grandpa. Oh. Who else? Rival horse racer. can't really think of anything else right at the moment. I've got the opening in my head. Well, kinda. I've kind of got the opening in my head, and I've kind of got the ending in my head. Now it's just trying to bridge the two together. I back? Okay. Okay. I'd write them down. Okay, let's write a skeleton of what you have in mind. Okay, yeah. That's true. I'll make this like a new section here. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm gonna have to be right back. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, I am back. I had to take care of one quick thing. Okay, so beginning skeleton begins pretty close to the end. Actually, let's go with that. Let me see here. Welcome back. Well, thank you. All right. Begins close to the end of the race. Yeah, so like so close to the end of the race. It's the protagonist protagonist and the I'm gonna shorten this to rival horse RHR or rival horse racer for now. So that'll be for me more than anything. Rival horse racer, neck and neck with the rest of the racers, like further back. Protag and protagonist and the rival horse racer go back and forth over who's ahead. And so as they slowly approach the finish line, the protagonist has a flashback of everything leading up to this point. Okay. And then the ending is going to be he starts to put two and two. Protagonist starts to put two and two in his head and realizes that the horse he's riding is a descendant of his grandpa's horse. And then with this, realization, how do I spell realization? Yes, I know how to spell. Actually, I don't. Fun fact, I actually I failed sophomore English, so I do not know how to use the English language, and I nearly failed high school senior English as well, and as a result, I almost didn't graduate high school. But here I am writing stories. Let's go. With the realization, yeah, I know. I'll talk about that later. But I'll talk about what happened about all that later. For notes, I wouldn't care about writing good. Yeah, I know. It annoys me when it's like not spelled correctly. Yeah. With this realization, he spurs his horse onward, and together they push far ahead of the rival horse racer and win. I don't know why. I like the idea that when because they're probably gonna take a picture of like him winning, like while he's racing. I like the idea that it looks almost the same as his grandpa, like when he won like a big race or whatever. I like that idea. The winning photo of the protagonist looks very similar to the photo of his grandpa winning a major race. Okay. So that's the beginning and end. Now we just need like the middle parts. So the middle parts would be things like he, you know, he's at his old job, you know, kind of dead end. He's like no passion for work anymore. Am I talking about the character or am I talking about me? Okay. Anyway, you know, so yeah, so he's just kind of dead end, you know, blah blah blah, right? And then he somehow finds out that a bunch of old race footage got restored and was being like uploaded to like the internet, and he somehow finds like the first thing he sees is like his grandpa racing, and then he thinks back to like when his grandpa like was showing him around and everything, but well, yeah, we could say like his grandpa was like too far like away to be able to like learn how to horse race or like ride horses consist. Yeah, there we go. Middle. Let's write this all down. Let's write this all down. Flashback. Flashback starts with protagonist working hidden job with no motivation / passion at all. Somehow finds out that old horse racing footage being restored and being uploaded to the internet. One of the first videos he finds is of his grandpa winning a major horse race, like a national level horse. Yeah, I like that. Major national horse race. He searches for more and slowly regains obsession with horse racing. And then further yeah, begins to reminisce about we'll go back to, about being on his grandparents' ranch and watching his grandpa ride horses and talk about racing. Grandparents were too far away to be able to learn how to ride and race horses, and after they passed away, he slowly forgets about horse racing. Okay. 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 Remen. We'll come back to that later. Okay, okay. Let me okay. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Reminisce. Okay. So yeah, okay. After remembering everything in his childhood, he decides to pursue horse racing, even though it's not very popular / common anymore. Quits his job. Yeah. Sells various assets. Dips into savings to start learning and getting into horse racing. Okay. Along the way, very few people will take him seriously, as he's too old to learn to horse race properly. Everyone is dismissive of his passions. He continues to work towards them. Yeah? Okay, okay. So the question just becomes, where does he meet the rival horse racer, like as he's learning to train, or does he meet him at the like actual horse race? And then how does he get his horse? That's the other question. Those are the two questions I need to think. Where does he meet the rival horse racer, and where does he get his horse? Hmm. He picks the same breeder as his grandpa. Oh, yeah. He probably, or like the same family breeder. So I mean, it probably wouldn't be the exact same breeder, but like it would probably be like maybe like either like they're like also his descendant or whatever. Family breeder. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So he at some point meets up with his grandpa's with the family his grandpa used to work horse breeding. There we go. Horse breeding family his grandpa used to work with in his heyday. And they talk about his grandpa horse racing days, and they help with setting up the protagonist with a horse slash equipment. Okay. Sorry. Back. Out. Oh, okay. With horse equipment slash training. After I don't want the training to be like, you know, a long time. But at the same time, like learning how to ride a horse is not something you do like in a short amount of time. Right? Let's look that up real fast. How long does it take to learn how to ride a horse? How long does it take to learn how to ride? Takes approximately 2 years to develop enough competence that you can safely to all the basics of horse care and riding your own horse. And then ride a horse competitively. Yeah, so 2 years. I'm seeing the after 2 years. 2 years. Protagonist is ready to enter his first race. So we'll say it takes him like a year to meet up with like that breeding family, and so we'll say he's like 33 when he does the race. After a year, yeah. After a year. The protagonist meets up with the horse breeding family his grandpa used to work with in his heyday. Yeah, there we go. Then at the race is when he meets the rival. On the day of the race, he meets the rival horse racer, and rival horse racer is very dismissive slash antagonistic against the protagonist. Then like we can even make a little comment that he's like he's a very poor bet. Like no one is betting on him, and like no one is, and like his odds are very, very, very poor. Yeah. No one wants to bet on the protagonist, and his odds are very low. As the protagonist is taking all this in, yeah, you would be like in a very big slump. You would be in a very big slump as he's taking all this in. He hesitates and questions himself and whether or not he can do this. And then horse breeding fam. Oh, I have an idea. I have a good idea. I don't know if it's a good idea. But horse breeding family comes by and gives encouragement to the protagonist and gives him what would be a good memento for, like, from his like something that his grandpa used when he was racing, like his saddle maybe, or like maybe like his hat or something, or like a necklace. Yeah, I like that. So his grandpa's old necklace and saddle for the race. And then this renews the protagonist. Saddle might be outdated though. I mean, oh, you mean like the saddle itself might be outdated, like model, or like in this kind of idea, like this kind of story, the use of a saddle might be outdated. Protagonist. The saddle itself. Oh. But like the use of a saddle might be outdated, but hmm. Modern stuff would have very different saddles. Yeah, so like modern. Oh, I see what you mean. It's like his grandpa's saddle is like a very old style. Uh, would be like a very old style saddle that like might not be very well suited for racing in like the modern times. That's true. But that could also be like, because he himself is like, not he has a what's the thing I'm thinking of? What's the I have words. Yes, I know how to speak. It could, you know what it could be? Yes, his writing style is outdated. Yeah, like that's a good way to do it. Like the way he learned to ride is outdated. So he wouldn't do very well with the modern saddle, but the older style saddle that his grandpa used would fit him perfectly. Yeah. There we go. Renews. There we go. Let's renews the hip. Renews the protagonist. Confidence. And he enters the race. Then at the start line, he receives further ridicule over the saddle, but the protagonist finds the saddle more comfortable and stable than modern saddles due to his outdated writing style. And then at the race begins. And at first he's very far behind. However, over time, he gets more and more used to the saddle. He and the horse. He and his horse, because the horse also has to use it, right? It like obviously the horse would be like, because it's on top of the horse, right? So the way he was using the modern styles, like the horse didn't like the way it felt on him, but like with the old style saddle, the horse likes it better, and they're getting used to it better, and slowly pull towards the front. There we go. And then eventually the protagonist and the rival horse racer are fighting over, well, not physically fighting, but yes, fighting over first place in the race. And then at this point, it would go to the ending where he realizes what's going. So now the only thing that we just have to figure is what makes him realize that it's the same horse as his grandpa's. It would have to be something that only, like, he can only see it while he's racing. And like this really intense race. Maybe it's like the coloration of like the horse's hair, like when you see it from like above and behind, right? That could be like because he would probably be like riding with his grandpa like in like at one point, and then he sees the horse like that his grandpa was riding. You know, he'd see that same pattern, and that same pattern is there. Yeah. And then like everything else kind of clicks into place, and he realizes this is the same horse as his grandpa's. Like it starts to put two and two together in his head. So similar, similar coloration plus markings on head when viewed from writer's perspective. Okay, I think. Let me give me 1 second. Let me just hide these. I think we have our story. Oh, what the heck? Okay. The rituals, kind of passage. Oh, let me. Okay. I like to study the history of stuff, so you could look into jockey riding styles. Ooh, that would be something to look into, like how, like to better describe that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Kind of passage. First draft. Okay. Yes, okay. I think let's review what we've decided so far for the story. So the story is we're in a modern, well, maybe okay, let's drop the urban part. Modern setting. Okay? The protagonist wants to become a horse rider, and the rite of passage of becoming like seen as a horse rider is to win like the regional like horse race. Okay, so the protagonist was 30 years old at the time of like he decided to change the direction of his life, right? And so he's 33 at the attempt at the rite of passage. So he abandons his old job for a renewed passion in horse racing, but never had the opportunity to do so in early life. But now has the chance to do so after remembering childhood obsession. So the initial trigger, like the initial thing that made him obsessed with it, was his grandparents had a ranch, and his grandpa was a famous horse rider in his youth. And then the thing that reminded him of all that was seeing restored old footage of his grandpa racing, resurfacing on the internet. So it ends with him winning the race. But the thing that like makes this difficult is his age, because he's too old or to actually do this, right? And then the emotional moment is that at the crux of at the climax of the race, he realized that the horse he's riding is his descendant of the horse his grandpa used to ride in his racing days, and that they synergize too well. Okay. And then for the skeleton of our story, close to the end of the race, it's the protagonist of the rival horse racer neck and neck, but the rest of the racers further back. The protagonist and the rival horse racer go back and forth over who's ahead, and they slowly approach the finish line. The protagonist has a flashback of everything leading up to this point. So the flashback starts with the protagonist working a dead-end job with no motivation, passion at all. You know what? It seems like 30 isn't old for Jock. Really? Huh, okay, let's the average age for horse, the average age of a horse jockey. The median age is, oh, it's 30. The median age of jockeys is 30. This is younger than the all jobs average of 40. Most jockeys begin their training between the ages of 16 and 22. There's no maximum age limit, but the average retirement age is between 40 and 50 years old, which is when many jockeys move on to become trainers or agents. Okay, so yeah, we could say he starts like way older. So like the retirement age is like 40, right? Gary Baines is the oldest jockey still ready today at the age of 69. Nice. He's a father of 2 and a grandpa of 6. Now it's a middle-age crisis story. Oh, oh. Now, okay, yeah. I know that too well because I have to admit, yeah, VTubing is partially my mid-age crisis. It's partially my midlife crisis. Okay, so let's bump the ages up then. Damn, bro, don't salt dirty. Never too young to dream. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so let's bump the ages up then. Never too young to, yeah. So that's what this story is about. Is never being too young to dream, you know. So let's bump the age up to, say, because retirement age is 40, like 40 to 50. So if it takes like if the average training takes like 2 to 3 years, and it takes him a year to get to start the training, then we could say he's 35, and then he's like 39 when he tries his first race. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's go with that. Oh, I think I might need another drink. Let me do this one. Yeah, okay. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, I am back. I am back. I actually just remembered, but didn't who was what was that? I think it was like who was the actor for Severus Snape? Didn't he start like acting when he was like in his 40s? Yeah, I remember it was something like that. It was I don't remember the details too well. But yeah, so this is our our skeleton for our story. Let me see here. So a bunch of actors are like that. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Okay. So this is this. So let's go over the skeleton one more time. So the skeleton of our story is that close to the end of the big race. The protagonist and the rival horse racer are neck and neck with the rest of the racers further back. The protagonist and the rival horse racer go back and forth over who's ahead. And as they slowly approach the finish line, the protagonist has a flashback of everything leading up to this point. So the flashback starts with the protagonist working a dead-end job with no motivation, passion at all. Somehow finds out that old horse racing footage is being restored, and is being uploaded to the internet. One of the first videos he finds is of his grandpa winning a major national horse race. He searches for more and slowly regains the obsession with horse racing. Begins to reminisce about being on his grandparents' ranch and watching his grandpa ride horses and talk about racing. Grandparents were too far away to be able to learn how to ride and race horses, and after they passed away, he slowly forgets about horse racing. After remembering everything in his childhood, he decides to pursue horse racing even though it's not very popular / common anymore. Quits his job, sells various assets, dips into his savings to start learning and getting into horse racing. Along the way, very few people will take him seriously though, as he's too old to learn to horse race properly. Everyone is dismissive of his passions, but he continues to work towards them. After a year, the protagonist meets up with the horse breeding family his grandpa used to work with in his heyday. They talk about his grandpa's horse racing days, and they help with setting up the protagonist with a horse, equipment, training, etc. We're gonna change that to 3 years. After 3 years, the protagonist is ready to enter his first race. On the day of the race, he meets the rival horse racer, and the rival horse racer is very dismissive / antagonistic towards the protagonist. No one wants to bet on the protagonist, and his odds are very low. As the protagonist taking all this in, he hesitates and questions himself and whether or not he can do this. The horse breeding family comes by and gives encouragement to the protagonist and gives him his grandpa's old necklace and saddle for the race. This renews the protagonist's confidence, and he enters the race. At the start line, he receives further ridicule over the saddle, but the protagonist finds the saddle more comfortable and stable than modern saddles due to his outdated riding style. The race begins, and at first he's very far behind. However, over time, he and his horse get more and more used to the saddle and slowly pull towards the front. Eventually, the protagonist and the rival horse racer are fighting over first place in the race. The protagonist starts to put 2 and 2 in his head and realizes that the horse he's riding is a descendant of his grandpa's horse, but has the same or similar coloration and markings on his head when viewed from the rider's perspective. And then with this realization, he spurs his horse onward, and together they push far ahead of the rival horse racer and win. And the winning photo of the protagonist looks very similar to a photo of his grandpa winning a major horse race. I like this. I like this skeleton we have written. Now we just need to actually start writing the story. Ugh. Ow. Skeleton? Yes, the skeleton of like the story, you know. It's not like the actual story itself, but this is like a what's it called? Like a breakdown of like what the story is gonna be. It's not actually the story. This isn't the story itself. This is just the outline, I think. Now we just have to actually get to writing it. So what do we start? Okay. I have been given snacks. I will start with snackies. Okay. Oop, what is going on in here? Ah. Ah. All right, let's actually stop procrastinating and actually get to the story then. Okay. So we're in the middle of our horse race. I probably can go for another 30 minutes. So I'll probably be ending in 30 minutes, but let's get the beginning of our story written. Okay. So it's the start of a race, or we're in the middle of a race. The pounding, the thunder reverberates throughout the. I gotta sleep. Good night, Finn. Good night, Striped. Good night. Stay safe. Sweet dreams. Okay. I hope you have a good weekend. Hope you got something good planned for the weekend. All right. Okay. So, pounding of thunder reverberates throughout the arena. Ninir. Okay. Pounding of thunder reverberates throughout the arena. As horses race across the track. Throughout the arena. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I missed it. Hey yo, El Shidova, how are you? I hope you had a good week and that you're ready for your weekend. And thank you, Manasong, for pointing out the thing I missed. Okay. Let's see here. The pounding of thunder reverberates throughout the arena as the horses race across the track. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to name our protagonist. Throughout is a whole word. I told you I did not pass English class. Let's see here. Let's see here. Crowds. Thesaurus and Mary are my guardian angels. Yeah, okay, yeah. I gotta get those over here real fast. Thesaurus and Merriam-Webster. I should bookmark these. Bookmark. Okay. Let's. The crowds. Here. In a mix of excitement and disbelief. Yes. Disbelief. As the race nears its climax. Two racers pull ahead of the pack. Talking. Let me look that up. Talking. I don't. Is that it? Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh yeah, you can put the text in a Google Doc, then use the Grammarly app as it helps deal with simple grammar issues. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Unformatted text. Ducking for the lead. I don't want to use the differences. The difference. I had. I fight against Grammarly when I write sometimes. Oh, okay. I'll have to keep that in mind when I try to use it. How cliched is the phrase difference between night and day is? How much of a cliche is that? Let's just put that on paper for now and see how it goes. Grammarly has some bad suggestions once in a while. Okay. Keep telling me all my fantasy names are incorrect. Okay. Yeah, no. I don't know what it is. Night and day is pretty cliche. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. What's a good phrase to say that they're like opposites? Metaphor or opposite. I still try not to focus too heavily on phrasing until the last review passed. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's just put that to paper for now and see where this goes. I favor getting the block of text out than fixing it later. Yeah, that's what I should be doing. Two stockies couldn't be any more different. If couldn't be any more different if let's change that to racers. Two racers couldn't be any more different. Two racers out front couldn't be any more different. One young prodigy, the other how do you describe a guy in his 40s or late 30s, early 40s? The other Sultan man. That's a good. That's good. The other assaulted man. See this is why I'm an amateur, because I wouldn't be able to think of things like this. Despite this, they shared tenacity. 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 There we go. They shared a tenacity that few would ever see on the tracks. Let's review this. Right. Pounding of thunder reverberates throughout the arena as the horses race across the track. The crowds cheer in a mix of excitement and disbelief as the race nears its climax. Two racers pull ahead of the pack, jockeying for the lead. The two racers out front couldn't be any more different. One, a young prodigy, the other, a salted man. Despite this, they shared a tenacity that few would ever see on the tracks. Okay. What? Do I want one more little description before I jump into the mind of the protagonist? Okay. I try to imagine how a movie would frame this scene. I'm just imagining them the two continue to spell vie for position. The two continue to vie. No. The two continue to lead, changing between them every other second. The announcers are barely able to keep up with the events of the race. To fight, continue to no. We'll leave that like blank for now. We'll leave that blank for now. All right, now we dive into the protagonist, who, as I've realized, I forgot to go through and name. So, what's a good name for our protagonist? Where's my behind the name? What was that? Hold on. I don't know if you guys heard, but there was a really big boom, like just now, and I don't know where that came from. But we will heard a thump. Yeah, that was a boom on my side. It almost sounded like a firework in all honesty, but I don't know what could have caused it. What? Okay. Alright. We need a name for our protagonist. I just realized. What's it? Let's see here. Let's go to my trusty little website behind the name. Advanced search. Vi for the lead is the correct form. Oh, okay. Vi for the lead. The lead changing. Okay. I do want to change. I think I might want to change that though, but we'll leave that. We'll leave that there for now. Let's see here. Masculine. As it changed between them. Okay. As it changed between them every other second. The announcers are barely able to keep up with the events of the race. Okay. Let's see here. So when I'm thinking of names, I use behind the name. So let's see what's a good popular names in the US. Liam, no. Kind of want something a little more meaningful, but what does this mean? I once literally named a trader character spy in another language. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. Like when I need to like if I'm looking for like a descriptive name, like describe someone, usually I just search like either the word like what they are in like another language, or I use behind the name and look up a name that like a meaning, like a name that has that as the meaning, and then just go from there. Theodore. From the Greek name Theodoros, which means gift of God, from Greek Theos. Doran, meaning gift. I like that name. That's a good name for our protagonist. Theodore, yeah, let's go with that. I like that name for our protagonist. I can spell it. Theodore's heart race. Race. As oh yeah, no, those are fireworks. Oh no. Give me 1 second. I think it stopped. I think it stopped. So let's get back to our little story here. Theodore's heart raced as he continued to spur on his mount. Theodore heart raced as he continued to spur on his mount, keeping in mind everything he has learned. And memories of his past. And the memories of his past that ringed him. Everything. Theodore's heart raced as he continued to spur on his mount, keeping in mind everything he has learned and the memories of his past that ringed him to give him further strength. Pounding of thunder reverberates throughout the arena as the horses race across the track. The crowds cheer in a mix of excitement and disbelief as the race nears its climax. Two racers pull ahead of the pack, jockeying for the lead. The two racers out front couldn't be any more different. One a young prodigy, the other a sultan man. Despite this, they shared a tenacity that few would ever see on the tracks. The two continued to vie for the lead as it changed between them every other second. The announcers were barely able to keep up with the events of the race. Theodore's heart raced as he continued to spur on his mount, keeping in mind everything he has learned and the memories of his past that ringed him to give him further strength. Okay. For the briefest moments, he looks at partner. He looks at his partner. And as partner beneath him. Beneath him. Beneath him. And all at once, he sees everything that has led to the here and now. Pounding of thunder reverberates throughout the arena as the horses race across the track. Crowds cheer in a mix of excitement and disbelief as the race nears its climax. Two racers pull ahead of the pack, jockeying for the lead. The two racers out front couldn't be any more different. One a young prodigy, the other a sultan man. Despite this, they shared a tenacity that few would ever see on the tracks. The two continued to vie for the lead as it changed between them every other second. The announcers are barely able to keep up with the events of the race. Theodore's heart raced as he continued to spur on his mount, keeping in mind everything he has learned and the memories of his past that ringed him to give him further strength. For the briefest of moments, he looks at partner beneath him, and all at once he sees everything that is led to the here and now. That is led up to the here and now. And then the flashback starts. I like that so far. I like that so far. Okay. Walking up to the office. Theodore. Give me a sec. Walking up to the office, Theodore couldn't be bothered to care anymore about what goes. No. Walking up to the office, Theodore couldn't be bothered to care anymore about what? About what the day has in store for him. What did we say? 35 past. Past decade has been the same, with almost no change in sight. Oh yeah. Yes. I'm really bad at this. Thank you for correcting me. The past decade has been the same with almost no change in sight. Ow! I bumped into my table. Okay. No change in sight. No change. The past decade has been the same with almost no change in sight. Theodore. No. Yeah, no. We'll go with Theodore. Remember last time. Couldn't remember the last time he enjoyed what he did. Not just in work, but in life. It always seemed like there. No, 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 no. It always seemed like everyone around him was able to move throughout. Show a moment of him hating life engages more the reader than describing him. Showing a moment of him hating. Let's hear. Showing a moment of him hating life engages more than the reader than describing it. That's a good. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. 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 Let me think how to do that. A scene where he has a bad moment with his boss or something. Okay. 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 Let me think that. But he thinks, when was the last time I actually had fun? Or pride in his work. Theodore, yeah. Let's change this then. My job is useless is very relatable these days. Yeah, okay. Theodore. Oop. And this is why I'm an amateur writer, because I was gonna go describe everything instead of doing what you're suggesting. Theodore. Entering the office. This is the show don't tell. Yeah, okay. Okay. Entering the office. Theodore was immediately called in to to his manager's office. Okay. Do I break here for dialogue? I think right here would be a good place for dialogue. Theodore. Where are the reports? I asked for last week. Well, let me put. No, bellowed his manager. No. Can I do it here or no? We'll format this later. I already explained to you. Oh, I messed up something. Integer. Still waiting for data from sales team. I already explained to you, sir, I'm still waiting for the data from the sales team, and they haven't finished compiling it for me to use. This is despite Theodore repeatedly pestering. Well, no, not pestering, but repeatedly reminding them that he needed it. Despite their procrastination. Pestering could fit, shows him being more proactive and stressed. Oh. Pestering them that he needed it despite their procrastination. Okay. I don't care. He's stuck between people who don't care, yeah. I don't care. I asked for those reports. I don't care if you have to break into their... Oh! My phone's about to die. Okay. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up and then we're gonna raid someone, but let's get this finished up real fast. I don't care. I asked for those reports. No. I'm using I don't care twice. I asked. No, I don't care. I asked for those reports, and you'll get someone above the boss is also pressuring for those reports. Yeah, that I was just gonna make him like, well, let's go with that or something like that. I asked for those reports. Even if the data is incomplete, even if the data is incomplete, you need to get me those reports in by the end of the day so I can go I can show the higher ups something, or else the hammer coming down on us all. Okay. Okay, walking up to the office, Theodore couldn't be bothered to care anymore about what the day has in store for him. The past decade has been the same with almost no change in sight. Entering the office, Theodore was immediately called into his manager's office. "Theodore, where are the reports I asked for last week?" bellowed his manager. I already explained to you, sir. I'm still waiting for the data from the sales team, and they haven't finished compiling it for me to use. This is despite Theodore repeatedly pestering them that he needed it, despite their procrastination. I don't care. I asked for those reports. Even if the data is incomplete, you need to give me those reports by. You need to get me that. Even if the data is incomplete, you need to get me those reports in by the end of the day so I can show the higher ups something, or else the hammer is coming down on us all. Okay. Is manager continued to shout at Theodore at first about his own performance, then just in general. General. Theodore simply shut it all out. Simply shut it all out. Not caring in the slightest. Returning to his own desk. Theodore realized that much of what he and the rest in the office can simply be automated, and everyone fades out. Why am I still? And the boss's angry howling turned into a buzz at the back of it. Oh, that's a better way to. Oh. Let's go with that. The manager's angry howling turning into a buzz at the back of his mind. Let's a bit of flavor to the moment, yeah. Returning into his desk, Theodore realized that much of what he and the rest of the office do can simply be automated and everyone phased out. Why am I still here? Oh boy. Okay. Why am I still here? Why am I still here? Just because no one wants to put in effort to prove anything around here. Something like that, yeah. Theodore. Okay. Oh, okay. It's getting late. Okay. let me finish this up, and then I think we're gonna end it here. When was the last time he enjoyed himself? Not just here at the office. No, wait. Theodore realized that he doesn't remember the last time he enjoyed himself. Not just here at the office, but and but in his life since his youth. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it right here just because it is getting a little late for me and I need to wake up early tomorrow. So let me save that. Go over here. Oop, okay, music has stopped. Okay, so that's it for today. Let me close all these right to the here. Let us go ahead and set up a raid. Raid, and then here's the raid message. Okay, let's see who is streaming. Okay. Oh, okay, we have one. We're gonna be raiding Dark Ryu. He's a VTuber, has supported us greatly in the past. Let me see. Okay. Looks like he's playing Fortnite right now, so let me go ahead and get this started. I will be back Sunday, and we're going to be playing more of Other Side. I can't wait to get back into that strategy RPG game, so that'll be on Sunday. So I'm going to switch to the end screen, and then we're going to start the raid. So I'll see you guys then. Until then, good night, stay safe, and sweet dreams.